This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hi everybody, today we are talking about one of the most historic games that you will ever see. I mean, it's as historic as Monopoly, believe it or not. And it's probably a game that you didn't hear about because it's something that's pretty much overseas. So in the beginning of this, I'm going to give you a little bit of disclaimer and why I'm doing this video, and I'm going to be doing even more than you would expect. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story, and then we'll lead into kind of a review and an overview of this phenomenal game. I love Subbuteo, okay? Subbuteo is probably the premier soccer game out there, and it is historic. It has been around since 1947. It has a very rich history. It falls into some hard times here in the late ages, but it's still supported overseas, and there's just so many beautiful things that you can do with this game. And it's a game of dexterity, but yet tactics. And just knowing how to play and goaltend and coming up with different types of strategies, it really has everything that a gamer or a person that enjoys these types of dexterity sports games with a lot of tactics. This is probably the greatest game ever made for that type of genre. But I was looking to get this Champions League set because, number one, I did not have the Champions League ball, and I wanted it because I was thinking of doing a league for the channel here, a solo league, which we'll get into solo rules another time. But this is a very, very well a two-player game with a lot of feel to it. So I decided to look up and see any reviews on this game. This particular version of Subbuteo, the Champions League Edition. And I ran into a video of a couple miniature guys, and they just basically made fun of what this game is. They didn't take it seriously, and that drove me absolutely insane, especially with a game as historic and meaningful as this is. The rich history behind it, some of the great YouTube channels out there. I watch Tabletop Football Monthly. Look it up on YouTube. The guys, the two guys and the girl that do it are absolutely fantastic, and the things that they get you pumped up. And you could build stadiums and all these other things. There's so many different companies that do so many different things for this, that after I go and review this, I hope that you'll go check out their channel. And I believe it's Tabletop Football Years. But if you just put in Tabletop Football Monthly, it'll pop up, and you'll be blown away by it. But anyways, this game was created by Peter Adolf. He was born in 1916, and unfortunately left us in 1994. He was actually part of the Royal Air Force, and after the end of World War II, searching for a new business opportunity, he turned his attention to creating a new tabletop football game. Of course, he had to be a Liverpool guy, but what can I tell you? But anyways, to make it real short, he came up with the game, and after years of really looking at it, it came out in 1947. And boy, did it take off from there, because this game it's a cult game, kind of like Blood Bowl in a way. It has a very unique and fantastic following. If you are a soccer football fan, I always like to say football because that's what it truly is. It is an experience unlike any other. Without further ado, I want to do this game its justice. And that's why I kind of rambled for a little bit there. But let's go down to the table, talk a little bit about this. I'm not going to go over all the rules, but I want you to get a feel of the beauty of this. And then, do me a favor, go over and check out those channels that I mentioned. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Let's get down to the table and take a look at the Champions League Edition of Subbuteo. Well, I wanted to give you a long view of this so you can see just how impressive this is. This is a fantastic game, like I've said up top, that has been around for quite some time. It is the beautiful game, and there are just so many things that you can add. This is what you get in the box set. You're going to get 10 men. I didn't put in the other goaltender down on the other side there. Actually, he came out there. But you're going to have a goaltender, 2 goals, the pitch, which is a nylon, and you can get better teams. You can get teams that you want, like you can get Manchester United and things like that, or Liverpool, or even Roma and even Real Madrid and Barcelona. Any team that you can dream of that they've actually made. And the popularity of this is just through the roof. Now, you can also get better pitches and better nets. You can get metal nets, and they have a thing called AstroTurf. This is just nylon, and it's really suggested that you take and get a board, spray some of that glue, and then stick this to it so you can flatten the surface completely on here. As you can see, it's a little bunched up, but for the demonstration that we're going to do today, we're just going to go with what you get in the box. So let's go down and talk a little bit about the rules of this phenomenal game. Now, this pitch is not tacked down, but like I said, I'm just going to go over some of the rules, just so you have a feel of this, and then I really highly suggest you go check out some of those sites. Table Football Monthly, as well as I believe it's called Tabletop Years is the website. They do a fantastic job. It'll tell you everything that you need and then more. This game is played with 2 people, but can be played solo. We'll talk about that because I'm going to be running a solo league of this. Now, as you can see, we have 2 different teams here. In order to hit the ball, you have to hit it with your nail, not the side of your finger, not this way, not that way. Everything has to be hit with a nail. When you hit it, you have to make contact, and you can make contact up to 3 times. Now, if you notice, I hit the ball into another guy. If I'm ever to do that, it is a change of possession. Okay? What they're going to do is, after I hit the ball once, okay, they are going to, and say, because I'm hitting it so hard, they get a defensive move. But you don't have to wait for them. You can actually keep going. It's their job to try to keep up and block you, to keep you from getting in areas. If they were ever to hit the ball and run into the ball while you were in possession, that is considered a foul. You can pass to one another, but remember, there's a 3-hit rule for each guy. So you can go 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, if you don't hit the ball like I just did there, I did not make contact with the ball, that also is a possession turnover. If you make your 3rd contact, okay, you now will move over to another guy because you're not allowed to do it. But you can do one of these. You can go 1 and then hit it again, 2, and then come back to this guy, hit it, it resets. So every time another person hits it, it resets. Should you be able to get past the line here, you're going to be able to shoot on the goaltender. You can only shoot from this line here. And if you look at the entire pitch, it's broken up into 4 quarters. You have a quarter here, a quarter here, a quarter here, a quarter here. You can only shoot in this quarter. And then the blue team can only shoot in this corner. So you can't make long distance goal shots from anywhere in between here, or you have to be within the particular zone. To shoot, all you have to do, let's see if I can get by it. Normally, another person will be holding and trying to stop you from scoring, which is just really cool, and I've seen some incredible saves. Let's see if I can get this in. All right. Oh, no, I did not. First of all, that was a horrible hit. And right then and there, it would be a change of possession because it did not cross the line, even with the VR. But again, this board is not matted down. This is just, this is right out of the box. And like I said, you want to take a little spray glue and get it onto a nice board and flatten it out real well, and you'll find that your guys will slide and go anywhere you need them to. As you can see, this set is very balanced and really has some good movement here, and you can really shoot these guys all over the place. You also you'll have goal kicks, you'll have corner kicks. First, if the ball goes out, if it goes out of bounds here, you get a throw in, which you're going to be using your guy and just, well, basically hitting the ball. Well, there it goes out the other side, right? Wow, I'm really drilling the ball today. But it comes with everything that you see here. This is a fantastic game, and we're going to be doing some solo playthroughs once I get my AstroTurf mounted down like I want to, and my metal nets, and of course the rest of the teams for the league. The great thing about these players is they actually come off this base where you can actually, well, either replace them or paint them. And I'm going to be painting a whole bunch of teams from the greatest league of them all, and that's the Premiership itself. So let's go up top and get my final thoughts on Subbuteo, the Champions League Edition. And I'm probably butchering the name, but bear with me, folks. Now listen, as you saw me with my gorilla fingers, I was knocking stuff all over the place, okay? And it requires a really good touch and finesse, and you'll be surprised how great people are. And like I said, go check out those websites I mentioned. They are absolutely fantastic, entertaining, and they show you not only Subbuteo, but a ton of different other games that were out during the time and are long gone or just coming out. And of course, they have these fantastic pitches and all the upgrades that you can have. This box set here is well worth the money, especially if it's something you want to try out. And it's good enough that you can play with a younger child, somewhere anywhere from 6 to 7 to, geez, people in their 70s and 80s are still playing this fantastic, historic, monumental game. And that's the point, and the reason I wanted to make this video was I was absolutely appalled by the video I saw. And this game deserves respect. It deserves to honor the beauty and the long history of this fantastic, wonderful sport. Soccer / football is known as the beautiful game, and I can easily say that this also is the beautiful game. The strategy, the tactics that you use, you're going to see some of that when I start explaining things and playing our league that we're going to be doing. I'm just waiting for 2 more teams to come in, because so I have enough different teams, and I'm going to show you how to paint some of the teams. I'm going to show you how to do all kinds of different things, and we're really going to expand about this, and we're going to make it a 1 day a week show, which is going to be a lot of fun for me because I'm very excited about this and fired up and passionate, thanks to 2 people that just prove that anybody can pick up a camera and make YouTube videos. Doesn't mean they always make good ones. But I wanted you guys to see this, and I hope this was helpful. I hope this one honors this wonderful, fantastic game, and most of all, inspire you to go check out the websites, like I said, Table Football Monthly. Go check that out. I always screw that up. But you will find that there are 2 gentlemen and a wonderful woman who are so passionate about this fantastic sport / game that once you start watching that, you won't go back, and you'll be hunting down all the stuff that I've hunted down. All right, until next time, it's your old pal Rob.